Righty! Welcome to the next game. Playing the Blue Zerg. Pro Hero. And it's a Terran, I think. No, it's a Protoss. Alright. Playing the Green Protoss. SzybkiBoxer GN. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, I asked this guy to come to play on a different name because this one is well, you know, I don't even want to comment it. I won't tell who he is, but anyway, he just wants to wish good night to everyone. You know, GN, good night. This is a good night clan. They are always play before bedtime, and then they just would like to wish some, you know, nice things to the other player. Anyway, Sipki is opening up with a mid build, and actually he was right next to Hero, and of course this is looking good for him because he just that was interesting. Yeah, he just basically removed that gateway and changed that to a forge. So he really wants to go for sure. He doesn't want to make or actually doesn't want to break the choke with zealots. He wants to make sure that it's the attack is also supported by cannons. He wants to go sure, and also Hero is also. I said also too many times. So Hero wants to make sure that he has enough sunkens. That's why he sent 3 drones, and he's also preparing the links now. Of course, he still have a lot of possibilities here. He can easily survive this early push, especially once the links arrive, because the first zealots are usually attack the creep colony basically, and then until that the links have time to arrive basically, and then help out the remaining sunken. This link attack was a bit unnecessary. He should have just, because that cannon is of course not in the range. Of course it's not threatening the choke, so probably he should have just kept it for the hatcheries and the sunkens. Alright, so Sipki is just probably will head towards proxy robo here, and then he can just, you know, set up proxy robos here and then use the reavers to break the choke, or he can just pick up the reavers and go straight inside the base as a drop, because of course Zerg won't really expect him to drop from the top. Of course of course he will be passing by right here, but it's still okay for him to see. I mean, from the perspective of green, it's okay to be seen, because usually drops are expected from, you know, the sides, and if it comes from the top, from like an, you know, obvious place, then it still can be it can be surprising. So he can just pick up the river and quickly fly inside. You know, it can be very surprising, and maybe Hero won't have the time to react. But anyway, these 4 zealots were able to enter his base, and then now they can get some intel, check out what's going on. They can see whether blue is going for, you know, maybe a fast layer or fast hydras. But he doesn't really see anything right now. Of course, this attack is a bit early, so blue didn't really have the time, because he also didn't have the economy just to, you know, he really spent a lot of money to survive the initial push, so he wasn't able to progress. But yeah, right now he's just collecting some gas, adding a newer hatchery. And proxy robots are also made right here at the entrance, close to the entrance. We'll find out if you'd like to just push with the reavers or just pick them up and go for a drop. Anyway, he sees the robots, of course. He can see it with the Overlord. He was able to also see it with the Lynx scouting or attacking, and then now he really knows what's up. And this is a time when the Zerg player can decide. Well, right now this is a bit late, of course, but if the Zerg player scouts the robot just you know in the beginning, like at the building process, then they can really just either go for mass hydras and then put some of them right here at the edge, some on the other edge, and some in the middle, and then like surround the rivers. Or they can, if they started the lair, of course, then they have time for a Mutalisk, which is also quite effective against the rivers. So he picked up the river. He didn't want to use it for breaking the choke, and let's see if he manages to connect. So the first Scarab did not really hit. They basically just went for the sunken, and the drones are also dodged. And of course Zybki just wants to follow with the river, and then right now this next Scarab is shot, but it did not connect. So Hero was able to really survive this very first drop, which is quite important for the Protoss. If the first drop is not successful at all, then after that the follow-up drops have to be perfect, basically. This is a bit of overextension, but yeah, he also realized that. He turned back the Hydras immediately. Another extra Nexus from Zybki, and of course Templar Archives is prepared. He's also would like to transition towards Templar drops. But actually he could just use the reavers, you know, just make a few reavers, like 4 or 5, start the push, and then he can just use the Templars to kill all the Hydras that would like to kill the reavers. So this time he's not coming from the top, he's basically coming from this direction, which a bit unfortunate for him as the Hydras are prepared, and yeah, he sees that, so turns back immediately. This is a bit risky, so the Hydras reacted quickly, and they saw that the shuttle wants to come from another angle, but they were able to catch it. So more and more Sunkens are prepared at the entrance. And also gateways are ready, so it seems that he also would like to extend the gateways up there, and of course it's bit closer to the base. This other drop was also denied, so this is look very nice. Basically Blue is in a very good spot right now, as he survived the first 3 drops basically, and Zybki was not able to cause any economical damage, and now the game will be very, very hard for him. And Zerg is of course happy right now with this situation. He can just continue growing. He can produce more Hydras, he can just get more hatcheries, some more Sunkens. If I were green, I would just simply push with the reavers. I wouldn't care about dropping, because he really has the reavers right now. They are close to the entrance, and then they could be used just to break the Sunkens, and after that he can attack. But just in theory, because he doesn't have anything. So right now he's only focusing on the reavers. He's not preparing an army, and actually Hero has more units than green. He has more Hydras than Zealots. But yeah, he could just still start attacking anyway with the reavers. Because if he doesn't start the attack in like the next 2 minutes, then it will be very hard for him to break the choke, because blue will have enough defense, he will have enough units to defend further. Spire and Queen's Nest on the way. Of course, Guardians are also effective in this matchup, and the Lurkers, yeah, Lurkers are very good in defending against drops, but you also have to put them here, so blue is really hoping that green will drop right here. It's like he really wants him to drop right here and not here. But based on the shuttle angle, he will try to drop here. Unless he sees the spore colonies and the scourge, of course he will turn back again and then drop here, which is of course good for blue. So more and more rivers are prepared. He's not really using them at the moment. They are still relaxing, chilling. But as I said, yeah, he didn't start the aggression with those units, and blue is basically adding more and more sunkens. It will now take really a lot of time to break the choke, and if he doesn't do it, then Protoss can only win a game with like drops. So these two shuttles are now incoming, and the Hydras and the Scourge were basically enough to stop this drop. So basically no drops so far were successful, which makes the game a bit harder for him to win. One disadvantage might be for blue is that he's in the middle spot, which means that Protoss can just go for mass Ultralisks and then snipe the main. So if yeah, these rivers are, yeah, they did they did not really have the space to, you know, advance further and start the attack, so the Sunkens were in range for a bit. So probes are now sent to die to get some more supply. One river died just because of because it was not controlled properly. Sometimes there is a bug, so it is a known bug in StarCraft that sometimes the rivers don't actually attack. So you just click on the sunken. You know, you attack move, you attack the sunken directly, the river starts going, but it's not attacking. It just basically goes straight inside the sunken attack, and they die. Yeah, this time really you have to just send some zealots in front, and then once these rivers get really close, then probably they start the attack, but it's still not a guarantee. Anyway, these Mythalisks. Yeah, with the help of the Mythalisks, the Sunkens were able to kill the Reavers, and then a newer drop is incoming, this time only one shuttle. Let's see if the drop is successful. Well, the Lurkers, yeah, so Szybki dropped the Templar right on top of the Lurkers, which of course was not the right spot, and right now these Mythalisks are able to do some harassment. They are catching some Reavers, some Templars, and of course he's waiting for the hive to finish so that he can also save some of these units for Guardians. And both guys are maxed out, and of course if you are playing against a Zerg who is also maxed out just like you, then it's of course the bad news for you. Anyway, blue is not rushing, he's taking his time, he's not risking, he's really adding lots of hatcheries, he wants to make sure that he has enough drop defense before moving out, so he's doing a good job, and this next drop is also denied. Alright, so one attack and one shield upgrade for SzybkiBoxer, while one attack and one defense upgrade for Hero is available. So this drop is not coming from a bit different angle, but again this spot is not that great as the Rookers are really effective in killing those initially dropped Templars. And this is the other thing, that you always have to drop like 2 Zealots first before the Templar. So like 2 Zealots, then the Templar, then the remaining Zealot, and then you can just storm. So the only chance for Protoss now to win is trying to really drop continuously, and because of course if he is not able to break the choke with the reavers, then the ground units are totally useless here. Yeah, more and more props are sent just to get some supply, which he badly needs because he's maxed out, but doesn't really have a huge army. Alright, so the drop was able to enter the base before the Guardians were ready, and this storm is now successful. Just the only problem is that it's a bit late, because right now Hero has the economy just to, you know, make as much units or as many units as he wants to. He doesn't have to remake drones immediately. He can use the freed up supply just to make now lots of Hydras. And right now he starts the attack. He doesn't want to wait anymore. He really lost all his drones, so of course he has a lot of supply. Yeah, the Hydras got a bit stuck there, but eventually they will be able to come outside. So these Guardians are now killed by the storms. That was a very nice storm. He really needs a lot of Templars right now to survive this push. So more and more Hydras are coming out, and the Templars are running out of the energy. They are getting on top of these buildings, and lots of... Basically the most important buildings are going down, the robotics. And as the Templars run out of the energy, these Hydras will be able to basically finish everything right here. Right, this storm was a bit better this time, and still it's not enough, as blue of course has the supply, he has the economy just to replenish, and he's sending the reinforcements. Newer Templars are of course low on energy. This one has, although, a lot of energy, but he's not really using that. He doesn't really see, so he really has to... Yeah, that Templar had like 200 energy, but did not use the storm. Yeah, 2 attack upgrade and 1 defense upgrade for the Hydras, while 2 attack, 2 defense for the goons. So the problem right here is that Zerg of course is built up, he's maxed out, he has lots of hatcheries, he can just focus on producing units continuously, but this Arbiter basically can be the hero of the game, hero of the day. I mean, not the blue one, but for for the green one. Anyway, yeah, this Arbiter is really saving the day, as blue did not send an Overlord yet. Not sure if actually he sees this. Anyway, yeah, the Overlord was sent, so probably he wasn't really checking out that attack, and he was just thinking that the Hydras are okay there. While this is happening, of course, the middle of the base is going down, and SzybkiBoxer was able to add a few more gates at the back. So a newer drop is coming now, and this... So this... Okay, this drop was badly needed. This can be a game-changing moment, as basically he was able to survive the attack, he was able to continue dropping, and the newer drops are successful, and of course blue is really broke now, as he used all his money to attack. He did not get back drones from the drop moments ago when he was rich. But the thing is that he still has his Sunkens up, and SzybkiBoxer is not able to produce Reavers. So these Sunkens will actually be enough to buy some time until he can get back the drones. Yeah, the Guardians are now really kept around the main, and also Hydras are going up and down. They are really trying to protect. Let's see if... Okay, that's... What? Ah, never mind. That shuttle was hiding. Like, I was like trying to find the shuttle. Where is it? It was basically under the Corsairs. But the drop was not successful, and this is what Zerg really needed. He had to survive again the drop, and he's basically establishing, or placing some more lurkers down here as well. Now he's focusing on drop defense. He doesn't care about anything. This is the only thing he wants to make sure that is set up correctly, and the drops can be avoided. Alright, so newer drop is coming now, and then this time from the top, Zealots are unloaded, Templars are also unloaded, but oh yeah, those lurkers are really effective against drops, especially with free upgrades. So basically Zerg now has complete upgrade, while Protoss has only 2 attack and 2 defense, and one armor. Right, so he's getting back the gateways, but actually he should be focusing more on the robotics to be able to continue breaking the choke. So basically Hero and SzybkiBoxer are both maxed out, but of course Hero cannot afford attacking out. He really has to make sure that his choke is alright. He has drop defense, he has enough drones at home. So yeah, after that he made sure everything is okay. He can basically attempt to attack one more time, like once again. But yeah, wasting Hydras like that is not that good, but basically right now his economy is back, and he can really continue adding more hatcheries, getting some more defense, and then yeah, these Guardians are now commencing this attack from the side. And yeah, SzybkiBoxer did not really have anti-air until now, but yeah, the Templars and the Corsair will be enough. So the Templars all died, and he's trying to attack on multiple locations. He's also attacking with the Hydras, but of course they are not effective because there are 1000 Templars right there alongside cannons. But this Guardian push or attack is a bit... it looks to be scary right now, as basically without the Corsairs, the Templars are the only thing that Zybkin can rely on. But anyway, these Templars are on holidays. They are on vacation. They all of them have like 200 energy, but they don't care about these Hydras. Of course, Zybki is focusing right here. He cannot really afford the Guardians to kill these cannons and then proceed further toward the main. So upgrades are also finished for Zybki. Just one more needed for the armor, and then he will be full. And also the air units have 2 upgrades for hero. Yeah, those rivers are badly needed here. The problem is that Zybki cannot really... So once he survives the attacks, he's not able to proceed further, because without the rivers, the ground units cannot really break the choke. So the Sunkens are enough to kill the goons, and especially now that the defilers are out, it will be even harder. So this is a time to make use of the Templars, because basically the Hydras can only be killed by Zealots and Storms and Rivers. But right now he only has Templars, so there are no Zealots. Basically this is the problem right now, that he really needs Zealots or Archons or Rivers, but he only had like Storms. Meanwhile, these Guardians were sent, of course, as a surprise attack from the right side, but these goons are able to finish them off. Alright, yeah, so right now Zybki is doing a good job by really making those units that are needed to fight against units under Swarm. And the DTs are doing a nice job. Blue is not really prepared for this. All these Hydras basically died for free, and the Overlord was sent a bit late. Very nice storms right there. Alright, so the attack is commenced. Lots of Hydras are joining the defense, and these goons are really happy for this orange cloud. They are feel very comfortable right there. Blue actually should make just, you know, like mass slings and swarms and some plague. Alright, so Hero sent up a lot of drones. I'm not sure if they were... I guess they were sent... Yeah, they were sent to make a drop defense. They were sent to make choke defense, and they are creating more and more sunkens. He feels that he needs some more defense. I was also thinking that maybe there was a drop that... But no, actually he can just also afford... He doesn't have to save the drones in case a drop is coming inside, because he now has a lot of resources. If Blue really wants to finish or win this game, what he has to do is add much more hatcheries and basically extend his choke a bit more. It's of course very hard if you are under attack, but he needs some more space. Like, he needs to clear this area and then add more hatcheries. Of course he has a lot here as well, but they are a bit far away in the back, so it takes a bit more time to get units from that area. So SzybkiBoxer is not really building cannons everywhere. He really tries to close Blue, and he's using the reverse to break the choke, but they got some nice catch up on them. Anyway, yeah, right now he's really using the goons and the reverse to attack, but the Guardians arrive and there are no any Templars at the back, so this is yeah, okay, the Templars arrived. And of course the storms are very good, those Guardians are going down, but still there are a lot available for him, so he's attacking the rivers. But he's not really microing them right now, and the Templars are able to kill them basically completely. Some more catch up for the rivers. And the attack continues, so right now these Hydras can only be killed by the rivers and the storms. Yeah, plague and musclings will be a bit more effective. Of course, you need a really of course you need really a lot of flings against the rivers, but you can just, you know, cast a swarm on the goons, put some plague on the rivers, and then the lings can really make wonders. But of course, yeah, Guardians are really the best option here. Alright, so the Templar Storms were not completely enough to stop these Guardians, and right now Blue is really... Yeah, there are the links, so... He started the links, but right now he doesn't have the swarm, so... this will be the time to use some plague and some swarm for the links, but... Anyway, those links are basically making the cannons and the Templars busy, so in the background the Guardians can advance further and start attacking the important buildings for green. Yeah, Hero is really low on gas, and a bit similar to SzybkiBoxer, who also, well, he has a bit more gas, but of course he is also really low on that one. What Blue might do is just simply drop a drone right here and start some more gas. So the Guardians are not coming from this angle, and that was very nice, as the rivers, the freshly produced rivers, were basically killed instantly by the Guardians right here, one storm there to help, and also the Lings are on the hunt for the goons. So Arbiter is available again, which will come very handy, especially if they have energy for status. Alright, so this is the time when Blue decides to extend the choke, and if he feels comfortable already, he can consider killing these Sunkens so that he will have space for more hatcheries. But anyway, he's not really relying on these attacks, and he wants to really break this area. If he manages to destroy everything right here, then basically game is over. Right now Hero has much more gas, so yeah, Szybki is now really low on gas. Of course he's spending a lot on Templars, on Reavers. I'm not really sure, yeah, okay, I just had to check right now because I see that the right side gas area is basically empty, like there are only 4 probes, and of course it's not enough. He really has to mine from... So yeah, he needs to send like 5 or 6 more probes there if he wants to maintain this gas usage. Anyways, the Reavers are now doing a good job. They have an easier time destroying the Sunkens because the Guardians are only prepared right now, and there are no Mutalisks attacking them, there are no Guardians of course, so the only thing Blue is using right now are Lings. He's saving gas for the Guardians. So if Green is able to break these newer Sunkens, then the remaining ones are probably not enough to stop the attack. But right now the Reavers stop there a bit, and he's actually using the Guardians to attack. He's not really... Right, this might be a bit of a mistake here, because if Szybki is able to kill all the Sunkens, after that the goons will have an easier time entering his base. This might... I don't know, I'm not sure about this. The Corsairs are on the hunt for the Guardians, and a few Scourge killed a few Corsairs, but yeah, okay, so basically the attack is going on, and Blue is trying to survive this push, but yeah, there are no Guardians supporting, so all the Guardians are basically on the attack. This looks to be like a base trade, kind of, but of course they cannot really trade anything. Green might lose his main, but the problem is that Hero will lose all his hatcheries, and then of course the game is over. So yeah, this was a bit risky. This was very risky, attacking out with the Guardians and not leaving them here. But right now the Mutalisks arrive, and then they are on the hunt for the Arbiters that did not go down. But still, these Reavers are now unprotected. These Guardians died. So this was looking a bit risky, but these Guardians still attack the Nexus, which will of course survive because the goons will kill them. So yeah, it looked to be a very risky because he sent all the Guardians there, and then the Reavers were able to kill all the Sunkens, and right now he doesn't have Sunkens right here. But of course he now has to deal with rebuilding the Stargates, rebuilding anything he had there, cannons to protect. So yeah, he doesn't really have the opportunity to attack right now. Although Hero doesn't have Sunkens, he doesn't have defense. He cannot attack because he's really focusing right here. Interestingly, blue did not really add more Mutalisks, as green used up all his units to finish the Guardians, basically. He doesn't really have anti-air right now except for storms. So yeah, he could have just prepare a lot of Mutalisks and go out with the Guardians, basically. But yeah, the gas, he also didn't really have the gas for that. Okay, yeah, so right now he's using the Guardians to attack out again. He's not really using them to defend, but of course he's not attacked, so this might be the right time. However, the storms are really good in killing a majority of the Guardians, but he's also attacking outside. He's just basically using these links probably to distract him, and then he wants to distract him and then get his attention right there. But of course, SzybkiBoxer has enough Templars here. He also has a few goons, so this attack was not really successful. And right now the goons are able to commence the attack on the freshly made Sunkens and Creeps, supported by some rivers. This attack looks to be a bit scary unless the Guardians will be ready. Yeah, so the newly prepared Guardians were able to get rid of the Reavers, and then after that the Lings, of course, are very good against the Goons. So this is the time for blue to focus now on this area and then forget about this part, as this is the area that this is most important for green, basically, with all the robotics, all the gateways, and so on. And with these Guardians right now, he has a good chance of finishing this, finishing these buildings, as yeah, SzybkiBoxer is only having like goons here, and of course the Lings are very effective in protecting the Guardians. So he's getting my drop defense while he's also continuously attacking. Yeah, this is looking good for Zerg right now, as he got back the defense. He's continuously attacking, he is really outside now, and green doesn't have too much to defend against this attack, so he's now of course sending a lot of gateway units, but of course without the storms, okay, this is very good storms, they are perfect storms. So for a moment it looked to be a bit difficult for him to fight, as he only had a few Templars and some ground units. But those storms were really good, and were able to get rid of all the Guardians, basically. However, blue is constantly replenishing and really sending units. The only thing, or the only problem for blue is that he doesn't have enough hatcheries. He cannot really produce enough units just to support the attack. So right now he's sending those guardians from this angle, and he really wants to attack again, surprisingly, from the back or from the side. Yeah, the problem is that these guardians are not enough. It was only a bunch of them, and then of course these goons are enough to kill them, so the surprise attack did not really do that much. However, it was good for distracting the goons and then placing them right here, because right now these fresh guardians here are able to get rid of these cannons right here. They are also attacking the gateways. And also these goons basically went a bit far away, so from this perspective it was alright, it was good. So they served as a distraction, and then these new guardians were able to advance a bit further, killing some more buildings, and these lings are also doing a nice job. Alright, so newer rivers are available, but of course these hydras will be able to kill them, so he couldn't really make use of them, and without them basically the ground units of SzybkiBoxer are a bit weak against the fully upgraded Zerg. Of course Zerg upgrades are better than the Protoss upgrades. And especially cracklings are very effective. The cracklings are basically melting goons. Right now the game is getting to a turning point, as Hero was able to really come outside now. He was able to get rid of all these buildings almost basically, and the only yeah, so the warlords are sent, and for a moment it looked like that he doesn't really see the DT, but yeah, right now he's fine, he's okay, and he can even afford basically attacking inside his main base. And once these buildings of SzybkiBoxer go down, it will be of course very hard to win the game. It's close to impossible. Of course, I shouldn't say that, but it will be very hard, as he lost all his gateways. He cannot produce newer units here. He has to rely on these gateways right here, and then of course it will become easier for Hero to just advance and then go out, attack out. He doesn't have to deal with any surprise attacks from this area, so he can just focus on one side and basically send units right next to him. What are you doing, man? So Blue is now focusing on finishing these gateways outside the map, in the middle, and then after that he can basically focus on just closing SzybkiBoxer inside his base, which is quite good. Well, very nice game. Both players were playing very nicely, I must say, and well, basically the game was ended right at the beginning, so to say, when the first 4 or 5 drops were not enough. If the first drop is effective, then of course this game would be looking a bit differently. However, I guess we don't mind, right guys? So this was a very exciting game. I really liked it, and of course it became much more exciting as opposed to just finishing that with the first 2 drops. But anyway, it's not over yet. Of course, SzybkiBoxer is still in the game. However, it becomes a bit harder now as Hero can really now afford sending the Guardians here. He doesn't have to pay attention as these Sunkens are enough to protect. And he also has a lot of gas, so he's now really making use of this expansion and getting some more extra gas for the Guardians. Just really hatcheries are the only problem for him. He's really not making more hatcheries, and he badly needs more hatcheries to be able to produce more Guardians. So while these Guardians are going down, newer reinforcements are coming, and 1 Corsair or 2 Corsairs are of course not enough, but basically he was able to add more Stargates, and right now he's producing Corsairs like hell, and the Guardians had to be retreated. So this air attack is denied. However, this could be a good opportunity for Hero just to forget about ground units and really produce like I would say 48 Mutalisks, and then go for a Mutabomb on the main, as these Guardians are not able to proceed. All the storms are effective. All the storms are basically enough just to prevent the Guardians from reaching the Nexus. And with these Corsairs, of course, I wanted to say that with these Corsairs, of course, he can feel safe, but it takes ages to kill these Guardians because they have full defense upgrades, and the Corsairs don't have any attack upgrades, so these guys are enjoying their time there. Yeah, look at that, like, if Zerg didn't have any upgrades and Corsairs had upgrades, then this would be like 1 second to kill these. So this these Hydras are now really have to skip this. Yeah, they cannot go right here. You should just kill this Spore anyway to be able to attack faster, but this way it takes a lot of time. So with the Lurkers, the storms will be badly needed because it's under swarm. They are of course effective, not as effective as against Terran, but yeah, still okay. Right, so mass Hydras are sent. He is basically continuously attacking with the Hydras, and he also has some defilers, he also has a swarm, but of course, yeah, the Zealots are able to basically kill the Hydras, while the Hydras are not able to kill the Zealot. The Lurker, of course, is of help, but yeah, send the goons, go there, go under the swarm. Anyway, the storms are also doing a good job. More and more units are sent. Guardians are also prepared, while Green is also adding newer goons, newer Templars. So this attack is also again denied. The Lurkers are barreled, but But yeah, green doesn't have detection. His detection is the storm, so he doesn't need observer. Yeah, no attack upgrade is available for the Corsair. So of course it takes a lot of time to kill these guardians. And actually he is not even upgrading. He has 2 cybernetics, but he's not really using any of them to upgrade. So basically, since SzybkiBoxer lost all his buildings right here, he's continuously defending, and he's doing a good job. Basically, he's not. And Blue continues to add the creeps right here, so it's like he should just finally. So he killed these, but he should just basically put them right here on this area, not here. But anyway, it's okay, the Hydra still have space there to sneak inside the base of SzybkiBoxer. He's trying to defend, he's using all the storms, all the units to basically survive the incoming attacks. Blue wants to finish this game with Sunkens, so... well, it won't work, so... someone should tell him not to do it. Anyway, he's sending in newer Hydras, but of course, against the Storms and the Goons, they are not really effective. But anyway, yeah, the Sunkens are continued, and soon they'll be in range. Probably a recall is prepared by SzybkiBoxer, let's see. That's his chance to get back in the game, or even to finish it, as if he's able to kill the hive, then of course Zeri will really face hard times, losing gas, losing minerals. So Blue is now focusing on air attack, basically. He's sending Guardians, sending Devourers, and also has some Queens. Yeah, that's a good option. Basically, he has the economy. He should just really actually make air units. He shouldn't really make anything else. Just like if he wants to finish the game, only Guardians and only Devourers. Basically, that's it. So. He's also focusing right here on the cannons, which I'm not happy about that. So no, don't do that. Go down, or please avoid these. You don't want to attack with Hydras. You don't want to clear the way for for the grand units. Yeah, you should just continue making mass Guardians and mass Devourers. That's it. That's the key to win this game. Or maybe some Rookers under Swarm, but the thing is that Reavers and Templar Storms would also kill that. So the Hydras are coming to die now, and hopefully Blue will see this and will decide to continue the Guardians. Alternatively, blue can just also make a big drop right here, so once the Guardians clear this area, he can just also load up on some Lurkers and lots of Hydras, and then of course those can be used as well to kill some more cannons and so on, and then proceed further to the main. Of course, it's always easier said than done, but yeah, these are the options for Zerg. Or as I said, just make. Well, he already has. He doesn't have to make, and then just make lots of Mutalisks and then drop the main. He can also basically send all the Mutalisks on top of the mineral patch, and then if Szybki wants to storm, well, yeah, he can just storm his own probes. The pros are listening to me. He's not dodging the storm. Yeah. Very good job. So Szybki was able to hear, and then yeah, he's escaping the storm, you know, like. Anyway, he's just making sure to get some more supply, because he of course needs some more to be able to defend, and blue is still not adding hatcheries. That's the only problem right here. He should really get some more hatcheries here, kill some more Sunkens right there, as he won't be able to really produce enough units to finish the game. Discourage is now scouting. He's checking for any extra bases or hidden expansions, but he doesn't really see anything. Yeah, these attempts are not really effective, while Szybki is basically starting to attack, and is really starting to clear the Sunkens. Alright, so right now the drop is prepared. Let's see if it's going to be successful. Well, with the Arbiter here, he has energy, of course, so if he wants, he can just simply freeze the Overlords. This game starts to remind me of the game. Anyway, let's see this drop. So, mass Overlords are entering the base. Of course, they are frozen, and some of the Lurkers are unloaded. They can be used to kill at least the cannons, and then, of course, after that, well, anyway. Anyway, this. I mean. Of course, I like this game. It started out very well. It was very exciting and so on. But right now, it's very hard, of course, for both players to win or finish. But yeah, it started to remind me of the game between 4Probes and Koi the Formula, which wasn't really a game. It was like a stand-up comedy. It's like if you want to really laugh, just watch that game on my channel between 4 probes and create a formulars. The guys didn't really want to finish the game. It's like it was a bit more than 1 hour game, and then from the, I would say like half time, around 30 minutes. It was like, well, it wasn't even stand-up comedy. It was like a sit-down tragedy, because I was sitting and the game was tragic. So anyway, it was still a lot of fun. I really enjoyed having fun there, and then you know, trying to bring some fun in the game. But of course, this is a bit different story, because the guys are really fighting. They are really using, you know, all their skills. They are really trying to do everything to finish the game, and as opposed to that game where the guys did not really want to do anything. Yeah. So Szybki is now coming out with the catch-up rivers, and the Guardians are again out of range, so this might be a good opportunity for Green to break the choke. A similar thing is happening right now as like 20 minutes ago, when Blue was basically using the rivers to attack here, and then use the Guardians to attack here, and the rivers were used here to break the choke meanwhile. Seeing how many Templars Szybki has, this game will never end. But anyway, let's see this attack. The Hydras are now trying to get rid of the cannons, while the Storms are getting rid of the Hydras. Yeah, I'm really hoping that he's basically creating enough Sunkens here, and then after that he will go for a Mutabomb. Because if the main of Szybki goes down, maybe he'll get angry, you know. I don't want to play this game anymore. I lost my main. That can be like a psychological factor in finishing the game. But anyway, the goons are now attacking. The freshly made creeps cannot be used for Sunkens, but these Guardians are also not able to progress. So Templar energies were used up, except for these. Yeah, so Green basically has... Green made more Templars in this game than an average StarCraft player makes in like 2 months. So very good Storms. Of course he's able to survive this little push. What I'm thinking is that what happens to the blood of the Guardian? So like, when a Guardian dies, okay, there's the blood, but why isn't there blood on the floor, you know? It's like, the blood evaporates immediately in air, like, why doesn't the blood fall on the ground, you know? It should fall there on the ground. Which reminds me of the question that if the soap falls on the ground, does the soap become dirty, or the floor becomes clean? Anyway, these Guardians will get some storms as usual, and this time I'm a bit more hopeful for Zerg, as he's producing Mutalisks and not really making new Hydras. Alright, so... Alright, this Link attack is actually quite good, as the storms are basically for the Guardians, and the Lings were probably able to get rid of a few Templars right there, and also these new Guardians are now attacking, and Zybki doesn't really have energy, as he really used up for all the other Guardians, the Lings, and he also has to use for these newer Hydras right here, so yeah, this might be the end of the game. Alright, that's it. GG.